Hello, thank you for joining us. Former President Bill Clinton appeared today before the House Oversight Committee for a closed-door deposition about his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. Mr. Clinton released his prepared opening remarks to the panel ahead of the meeting. Referring to Epstein, the former president said he, quote, never witnessed during our limited interactions any indication of what was truly going on. He also criticized the committee for issuing a subpoena for testimony from his wife, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. She testified before the committee Thursday and has maintained she never met Epstein or had any knowledge of his crimes. Both Democrats and Republicans on the panel said Clinton was cooperating during his testimony and was answering their questions. Democrats used his appearance to call on the panel to require more testimony from other top government officials.
We have a new precedent in this country where we can now demand president and former presidents to testify in front of the Oversight Committee. So we are once again demanding that now President Trump, who was in the Epstein files almost more than anyone else besides Ghislaine Maxwell, answer our questions.
House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer spoke following the deposition.
This was a long process, and I want to say this was historical. I believe that in the history of Congress, the two highest-ranked officials to ever be deposed by Congress would be President Bill Clinton and Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. This is a serious investigation. We will continue to try to get the truth to the American people and justice for the victims.
CBS News legal reporter Katrina Kaufman joins me now. Hi there, Katrina. So what more do we know about former President Clinton's testimony?
Elaine, we know that former President Bill Clinton was questioned for over 5 hours, including about photos that came out in the Epstein files. There's that photo of Bill Clinton. He's in a hot tub with a woman. He was asked about her. He said that he didn't recall who she was. And when questioned, he said that he did not have sex with her. There is some dispute about what former President Bill Clinton said about President Trump during this deposition. Now, what James Comer has said, Representative James Comer, is that Clinton said it's for you to decide to the committee whether to call in President Trump, that he said Trump had never said anything to him that made him think he was involved with or had any wrongdoing with Jeffrey Epstein. Now, what Representative Robert Garcia said is that this is a mischaracterization. They should release this, which they ultimately will, so the public can decide for themselves. There was also some talk about what their falling out was over between President Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. Representative Maxwell Frost posted on X that former President Clinton said Trump had said the falling out was over a land dispute. Trump has previously said it was over Epstein's behavior. So we're getting some new information out of this, and ultimately we will all get to see what happened in there.
So what is next for this committee, Katrina? And do we know what the Clintons' testimony in particular will be used for?
You know, we don't know exactly, but all of this is part of an ongoing investigation. Of course, if there's ever any concern about potential perjury or further crimes or possible co-conspirators, those will be pursued. We don't yet know who else they will call, but there's been talk about Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, who appeared in photographs with Jeffrey Epstein, who said he went to his island. Representative Anna Maria Luna, after this deposition, also said that they were planning to bring in other co-conspirators who were not charged, that they need to be brought to justice. So this is going to continue. This is not the end of this investigation. It feels like we're really still towards the beginning.
All right, Katrina, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And the Justice Department has restored an image to its online portal of the Epstein files showing Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick with the late convicted sex offender. The image of the pair on Epstein's island in the Caribbean was removed at some point after it was first posted on January 31st. Lutnick has acknowledged meeting Epstein several times, including a visit to his island in 2012, but has denied any wrongdoing.